next weekend, July 30 and 31, right here in Hanzasperons, there will be a festival, a Can Be festival. The name of the festival, Can Be. It sounds like a statement. Was it meant like a statement?
It was meant like a statement, basically, yes. Because we couldn't find any better name for the festival, so we thought we should play around the uncertainty of things we have. And while everybody is saying maybe next year, we thought no, we can do things this year despite everything, so it is a statement.
So it can be now.
And it will be.
It can be, and it will be.
It will be, definitely.
Definitely.
We booked some bands, so most probably they will come, so we should build at least one stage.
Well, that's going pretty well, as I can see.
Yeah.
And you have managed, there will be a variety of local bands, and you have also managed to book some artists from abroad, the Tiger Lilies, Everton, the Two Dragons. Was it easy to book foreign artists right now during, this time and regards to everything?
For those two bands and the third one, Spokesperson from Berlin, it was quite easy. Because we're speaking with Evert already a few days before about their options to come to Riga and do the show. The Tiger Lilies, they have had a 1 year or even more gap, so they didn't have any show on their list, so it was easy with them. Niklas Pashberg, the same thing. But our options were basically limited by the countries we could bring somebody from due to all the restrictions of COVID and from which countries we can come, we can bring people easy and where you need to be self-isolated for 10 days. So that restricted our options, but basically it was actually pretty easy. It was like the question of 2 days. So, okay, but we booked all the program in 3 days, so we didn't have much options for that.
How long did it take to plan this whole thing? Because you have been involved with festivals before, and usually it's a pretty lengthy process. Mm-hmm. And if you booked everybody in 3 days, how long did it take to plan the whole thing?
The prep was 4 days.
Oh.
So we came up with an idea of the festival 3 weeks ago in one Monday afternoon, and in next Monday we already announced the bands and announced the festival, and then the tickets went on sale. So the prep was 4 days. Altogether it will take for us a month. Now I think it's overrated to do the festival for a year. Okay, that's a joke, of course. But basically, I will do everything in a month because, again, this is the way we live now. So we should do things pretty quickly, and we don't have much of time to rethink and rebuild. So we just go with the flow, and if we know we can do things in the end of July, so we do everything in our power, so we just make it happen. So the festival can be and will be, for sure.
And besides organizing this festival, you have also been involved for this past year and a half, so to speak, in the front lines, communicating.
Taking bullets!
Yes, taking bullets for the whole entertainment industry. You've been in different kind of commissions and negotiations with the government representatives. It's been a lengthy process and it's been a bumpy road. What are your biggest takeaways during this whole time?
One of the main things I've learned during this time, and most probably that road is still ahead of me because nothing has ended for the now. But one thing is for sure, we need to come up with ideas we as an industry want, and we need to present those ideas because nobody else knows how for us would be better to survive during this time. Only we can do the things right. So it's a waste of time if you just sit and wait while the government or somebody else from the government institutions will come and say, hey, we've planned for you, you will do this or that, or we'll have that support program. That is a waste of time. That will never happen. And of course they will come up with ideas, but those won't fit our needs. So the one thing is that you just need to sit and think of what will best fit your needs during the next few months or next year, and just go and present and argue and present numbers why that will work, and that's the only way how things can happen fast and quick. Otherwise, just all of us will be disappointed. We will blame the government that they don't know how we work and they don't know what we need. But that is true, and the question is, do they need to know really?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, they don't know all the details about the industry. Do you feel like right now there is a better understanding in the government how this whole industry works?
I think what I expect from them is that they understand us in a general lines. Like they understand that they're making events like this festival. It's not normal to do things in 1 month. So I expect from them that they understand that it's longer terms, that we need this at least 6 months period. From the moment when they allow us to do something, we will need 6 months at least when the industry will start to feel the fruits of that, lifting those restrictions. And they understand that. And I think that's the maximum of what they need to understand.
The rest is on the industry.
I don't expect from them that they would understand what does really mean to make an event happen. Or how we let people in, or how we let people to buy drinks, or how we manage the crowds. That is too micro level details.
Yeah.
They need to see this macro level things, and that is their understanding in that level is better, much better now.
So you feel like the industry is heard after all this time?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's a good sign.
As a fact, as I'm still at the table in all those negotiations, I think they have more understanding and they have more interest in listening to us. So I think that if the dark times will come again, most probably we'll survive those times with the help of the country.
But when this whole negotiation started, did they invite you at the table, or you had to go and knock on doors and say, no, you don't understand, we need to be part of this conversation?
Oh no, that happened actually by accident. I was in the right time, in the right place, with the right people, and that just happened. And most probably I was rational enough to present numbers and figures and switch off the emotions of screaming that you just
you don't understand.
You don't understand, and you don't understand. We can't work, and so we can't survive. So just most probably switched off those emotional screams and increased the volume on rational arguments, and so they understood that we can speak. We can speak. We have some person who can speak with the same arguments that we do. So that just happened. I don't know.
Well, thank God it did. I think the whole industry definitely benefited of having a representative there, and I think a lot of things that are happening right now is also thanks to that.
Yeah. So, and that's why I need to thank the festival, because this can be due
This can be.
Yeah. Otherwise, as we can see all around Europe, all the festivals are like
exactly they're cancelled.
Again taking a year off.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't know how long one festival can take off. And in my opinion, most probably, if all the festivals will take off this summer as well, and it will be the second summer in a row, I would say there are big changes ahead of the festival culture in general, because with a 3-year gap or 2-year gap, it is quite hard to come back in the same, like with the same power,
with the same capacity,
and with the same capacity and with the same knowledge of people and experiences. So most probably that will cause some global changes in how we perceive what the festival is.
Exactly, and we already see that people behave differently, and they have changed their habits. And you also mentioned a word, a phrase, this is not normal to organize a festival in 1 month. And there has been a narrative about the new normal of entertainment, of events, and etc. How do you see the events proceeding in the future? What are the things we will have to take into account organizing festivals, events, concerts, and different kind of public activities?
I think that one question on our tables will be how to book artists, because they still are willing to book in the long term, so they want to put the tours together, while country by country the restrictions or the things we can do are very different. and by that that means that basically you can't put a tour together because there are very different options. So in Estonia, you can do the festival or the concert without any restrictions at the moment. So to come in Latvia, you can come if you have a certificate, or we have restrictions on capacity. So I think to put a tour for artists together will be very, very hard. While for the organizers, it will be very hard to commit on a long-term bookings, because in case you book somebody and you promote artists for, I don't know, October, and you don't actually know what will happen in October, so most probably you will be less willing to do that commitment and to go there, that road. So there will be changes in this pattern. I think that is one reason why it was so easy for us to book Tiger Lilies and Everts and the Nicholas Pashburg, because they don't have any tours and they are willing to take quick decisions on coming to a single show event, because they know, okay, that's happening in 3 weeks. Most probably that will happen. It's safe to go, so they are agreeing and coming, while we are trying to book some artists for December, and it's very tricky, and we are all walking on a thin ice, and we don't know actually. We're all committing and saying yes, we want to do, but nobody is ready to take the final step to say, okay, let's just announce the concert. So that nobody knows. Yeah, that nobody knows, and it's very hard to cancel the shows, and that is where artists don't want to go, and that is where promoters don't want to go, is to announce and then cancel. And that is pattern as well. We will see most probably in next months again, that all the shows will be announced just a few weeks before. So you announce when you are sure that that will happen. Yeah,
so a lot of adjustment is coming towards us with probably organizing a festival in a month.
In a month. Will be a new normal.
Looks like it's the new norm.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to this festival that can be and will be on July 30 and 31. Yeah, next weekend. And in this beautiful space, as I understand, this is all set up not just for the festival. You have an everyday activities here as well.
Yeah, we actually this was one of our solutions for the COVID. In early March, we're sitting with a team and we're thinking, okay, what we will do, because at that point we saw that the indoor space will be the last to open. And most probably we thought that might happen in August, so we thought we can't lose one more summer, and we came up with an idea to make this pop-up summer perrons, summer terrace, and first idea was just to make a stage, and then do maybe a small catering or something. But
it's
now,
not small at all.
It's not small at all. Now it's basically a restaurant with 150 people per evening, and this will be one stage, so that will be the VIP area with a VIP bar, and there will be a main stage with Everts and Two Dragons and Tiger Lilies, and then we will use indoors, and we'll have 2 stages indoors. One will be a stage we named Night. That will be a DJ stage, so you'll be able to dance until 3 in the morning, and the other will be like an ambient stage for the more newcoming, I would say newcoming big names.
Okay.
I hope somebody
the upcoming artist,
rising stars.
Rising star stage.
Yeah, kind of that. So this whole outdoors and indoors will be the festival site.
No sleepovers, I'm guessing. No tents.
No tents.
Not this time.
No, well, you can build your tent in your house, in your flat, if you wish, but that is magic of the city festivals, that basically you stay home, you come in the evening, in late evening, we open the gates at 4, so you come at 4, you enjoy all the night, then you go home, sleep in your bed, wake up in your bed, you have your cup of coffee, you go to the beach or do whatever you want, and then you take shower
and get ready for the next day.
And that is the magic of the city festivals, that you basically have the festival experience while having your home comfort.
Yeah, that can be quite appealing.
That's for people in our age is very essential. Maybe that's why we are making the city festival, so we can sleep not in a camper van, but in our
the festival we would want to attend.
Yeah, exactly. You do things what you like and what fits your age. So.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
I guess.
And the young kids they will come and they for sure they will dance much longer than we do, and most probably they won't stop dancing till the next day when we open the gate. So that's their choice and that's their freedom and privilege. But for people in our age, our privilege will be to basically go home, sleep,
and have the comfort.
Yeah, and have the comfort.
And most important thing to get into the festival is have a valid COVID-19 certificate.
Exactly.
Without that, you cannot enter, and
Nope.
you must have your document, a passport, or a valid ID card.
Exactly, because what would festival look like if we would need to keep the 2-meter distance or wear face masks inside? So
We already tried to do that. I think a year ago. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah, this is nice when you can hug your friends, kiss on the streets, and dance next to strangers. That is festival, and so that's why just valid COVID certificate will be your ticket next to the festival ticket. How you can enter that site.
Okay, so that's the way to enjoy the festival.
Yeah.
Can be, will be on July 30, 31 at Hansa's Perons. Be there.